Yep. Can you pull your camera down a little bit?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Is that better?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you kept like
Perfection.
yeah.
I kept coming down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this chair is also really low, but it's like the only stable chair I have. All of my folding chairs, the bars have been broken out from between the legs.
Well, stop hitting yourself with
The
them
chair
or
looks
your
low.
friends.
You look like you look like Dildo Baggins.
I'll take it.
Bacon! Bacon is my podcast! Bacon! Bacon is my... Bacon! Bacon is my podcast! Bacon! Bacon is my...
I'm not sorry that I'm tired. I'm not sorry that you're tired. I'm not sorry that this episode of Bacon is My Podcast is brought to you by drinkwildbills.com, poddex.com, and grayyourassoff.com, where you can use the promo code BACON to get 10% off your order, or Manscaped, where you can use the promo code BACONPOD to get 20% off your order and keep your goddamn balls clean.
You forgot free shipping.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You can do free shipping.
Also, we're really tired. So we're doing a double taping.
Yeah.
But this is the Sunday after a show that both of our respective bands have played.
Yes.
So this is episode 2. This is the intro to episode 2, which we record after all of this. And we're fucking tired.
So like if last night it was just one of either of our bands, then we would have someone else here that was less tired that could like pick up the slack.
Right.
But since it was both of our bands together, it was like, hey, guess what? We're both going to be there all night. Hey, we're going to party and have a good time because it's both our bands and we haven't done this in years. And so
2 years for me, yeah.
Yeah, so we hit it pretty hard last night. I know I hit it pretty hard last night.
Well, I had to drive, so I didn't hit it that hard. But then as you heard in the episode prior, there was a whole thing about trying to get Taco Bell, and that was a whole ordeal.
You spent a lot. That was a lot of work for Taco Bell.
That was a lot of work for Taco Bell, especially. But we got it in under the wire because it closes at 3. And little did we know realize is that was daylight savings.
Yeah, so 2 becomes
2 a.m.
3.
becomes 3.
Oh, I hate that.
At that moment.
So dumb.
So, yeah, so that was that. But today,
yeah,
whenever you're listening to this, we have a fine young gentleman by the name of Dylan.
Yes, we give him a nickname, a brand new nickname, that you got to check out. You'll see it in the episode.
Yes,
but
no spoilers.
No spoilers, but it's good. And
but
you should
it's great.
all call him
He
that
is
forever.
in the band called Dino Skatepark.
Yes,
which is really cool. Really fun band. It's really cool to watch them grow because I started seeing them when they were like first together, and like you see a band and you're like, man, they could do things.
Yeah,
like they're really cool.
There's something there, but it's not
stylistically.
Yet.
Stylistically, it's really cool, and it's hardcore meets ska meets pop punk meets
prog,
and it's just a lot of stuff, and it's really good. Really cool episode because again, Dylan's a friend of ours, and he's like just a part of the circle.
Another one of those guys we know and love, and that I get to see pretty often, but you don't get to see that often.
I don't get to see him as often, but I see him more than I see most of our guests.
Yeah.
So it's like
absolutely.
Yeah, so it's like I've been in the physical presence of Dylan.
Well, and he was more
than a handful of times.
And he was also with us last night.
Drinking
and hanging out and being a part of it too, because he's
he's way less tired because he's younger.
He is way less tired, right?
Yeah.
He was just kind of like into it. He's like, yeah, man.
He probably woke up at before we went on.
He probably did.
So anyway, just enjoy this. Enjoy this. We were less tired then.
Yeah.
And we progressively got tired, and now we are tired. Just wait till the outro, and then we're going to be extremely tired.
And then we're going to be very tired.
So that'll start now.
Okay.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick time out. We want to tell you all about our awesome sponsor, Manscaped. Manscaped.com. We've been telling you about them since the beginning of the year. We've been users for years. But now they've put out the new Ultra Premium Collection. And what the Ultra Premium Collection includes is a 2-in-1 shampoo conditioner, a body wash, a hydrating body spray, deodorant, and lip balm. And what you do is you go to the shopping cart.
Yep.
You put all your things in there.
Yep.
And when you're done, you use the promo code BACONPOD and you get 20% off and free shipping.
I'm going to stop for 1 second, and I'm just going to let you guys know that I've actually been using this stuff for the last 2 weeks. I got my order 2 weeks ago, and I've been using it every day. And so I'm just going to give you a super fast review. The shampoo conditioner is awesome. My hair feels great. It doesn't feel dry. It's not loaded down. It's not weighted down. And it actually feels really good. The body wash is awesome. It lathers up really great. I use a very little bit of it. I'm kind of like a sponge guy, so I'll put it on the sponge, loofah, or whatever you want to call it. And it's awesome. The surprise for me has been the body spray. Mm-hmm. It's really awesome. I never used anything like that before. I got it and I was like, what's this going to do? I'll tell you what, as a person with tattoos, man, my arms feel dry every now and then. And sometimes for you that have tattoos, you understand that like when it gets dry, you start to feel like a raised up area for where your tattoo was. This actually, it smells great and it feels great and it keeps you hydrated. My hands, my arms, my tattoos, that's what I've really used it on. I haven't done the whole body or anything like that. I do use all the other products. I use the crop preserver. I use the foot spray at night. I don't use it during the day because it
the
might
Reviver
leave your
as
feet
well
wet.
for a midday spritz.
Yeah, 100%.
That is not included in this, but
The wipes are key.
you can
all
use
that stuff.
Oh, here we go. We got the wipes too.
Yep.
You can use all this stuff, and you can get 20% off on all of these things. And of course, their flagship Lawnmower 4.0, which I was skeptical. I had the 3.0. Mm-hmm. They gave us a 4.0. I was like, how much better could it be?
It's better.
It's way better.
I've nicked my sack on the
0
3.0.
times.
And I've nicked my sack 0 times on the 4.0.
Right. So go ahead, go to manscaped.com, use the promo code BACONPOD, get 20% off, get free shipping, and support a really awesome brand that we believe in, and support the show a little bit.
It's really good, guys. I don't care. If it's not good, I'd tell you, because I don't care.
Right. So
It doesn't matter to me. But honestly, like, I'd use this stuff whether we had a discount or not. And I use our promo discount because that's what we have. So have the same discount that we do.
Indeed.
And go over to manscaped.com and use BaconPod as your discount.
Hey, this is Jake Novak from Old Currents. You can find us at Old Currents on all social medias. You've been consuming Bacon is My Podcast.
I'm going to start the episode.
Okay.
Sure.
That's how I started it.
That's how you started it?
Yeah.
We're good?
Welcome everybody. Welcome
Cool.
everybody to Bacon is My Podcast. The only podcast in Ghana
What?
on the music charts
Is it on the music charts in Ghana?
with the word bacon in the title.
This is getting very specific.
Hey, man. Specificity is the shit.
You take your little wins where you can.
All right?
So
Absolutely.
Ghana, shout out to you.
That's
Whoop,
right.
whoop. I couldn't point you out on a map.
I could. It's Africa. Africa's huge. Ghana's like southern.
That's why we have you here. You're the geographic guy, and
Totally not.
I'm the other one.
My
What's up,
guitarist is
guys?
My geographic guy.
Welcome to Bacon is My Podcast with Jimmy
Today-
G and the other one.
And the other guy who just does the other stuff.
Our guest today is Dildo Baggins.
Dildo Baggins. No, it's our buddy Dylan
It's our
from
buddy-
Dino Skatepark. What's
Dylan.
going on, dude?
What's up?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I could do with a better nickname than Dildo Baggins. Maybe we can figure something better out.
I think Dildo Baggins is a fantastic
I think that so for those of you who don't know, Dylan is in our like little circle of musicians that we see physically
That's right.
on like a little bit of the regular, you know, like I try and get out there.
we call it the sandbox.
We call it the sandbox. And so now when this episode comes out, everybody's going to start calling him Dildo Baggins.
Mm-hmm.
So
Better
it
than Fruit
wouldn't,
Loop.
right. So like if
Well,
you were one of the other musicians that we get like from other parts of the US, like from Cali or Florida or anywhere else in the world, it wouldn't really matter. But here it matters.
Yeah.
Here it matters. This will
And
stick.
thank you, Jim.
But let's dissect that a little bit. We've got Dildo. We've got Dylan. We start with the same letters, so it kind of works there. Yeah, sure. Your name doesn't sound like dildo, but if we just take away the second syllable, we've got Dill. That works. We got Baggins. Why? You could have totally been on Lord of the Rings, dude. Look
I
at you.
could have.
Look at you.
I've got
you
the
got
Elijah
you
Wood
got the
eyes.
you got the elf hair, you got the elf eyes, you're everything, man. You're everything. You are that. And you're in a chair that made you a little tiny. So it made you look wee. It made you look a little bit like a Baggins from Bag End. Right?
He's trying to fix his posture now.
And his last name even
I'm trying.
starts with a B.
It leans back so far.
All right, so he's DB anyway.
Wow.
Dylan
Keeps
B,
getting worse.
Dildo Baggins.
I mean, when we
Sit
first
cross-legged
booked
in the chair
this,
now.
it was not to insult you, but
It was always
not.
going to be.
It was not.
but here we are.
I
Here
don't
we
think
are.
that's an insulting name.
Okay.
I think it's a name with power and grace.
Power. With great power and great responsibility.
Exactly.
Maybe.
Hey, you know what? If you're gonna go to the adult film store and you're gonna go through the beaded curtain into the back to pick out your DVDs
Your video
you're
of
gonna-
choice.
and you're gonna look for Lord of the Cock Rings,
Mhm.
who do you think is starring in that film?
Dildo Baggins, isn't it?
Goddamn right it is.
Oh my God.
I wonder
I
if
feel
that
like that
exists.
definitely exists.
That should exist.
It should exist.
I
Yeah.
think that probably
Yeah.
exists.
It's gotta.
Got it.
It's too easy.
It's like low hanging fruit
It definitely is.
for sure.
Very, very low
For
hanger.
sure. Well, Dylan, welcome to the show.
What a great
Glad-
way to start.
Thanks for coming on. We really appreciate you coming on and hanging out with us.
I
Before
really appreciate you having me.
we really get into things, so again, peek behind the curtain. We do these tapings pretty far in advance, and we do them whatever.
Mhm.
We saw Dylan last night.
Yes.
We hung out with him. We had our show where James and I played in our respective bands, and Dylan was there to help support, which was awesome. Thank you, sir.
was.
Absolutely.
It was a lot
And
of
we
fun.
were like,
Good night.
you know what? He brought up something that we love,
Yes.
Jameson,
Jameson.
Mhm.
and he was like, "Hey, have you ever had the Jameson Orange yet?" And we said, "No, we want to do a tasting of it
Mm-hmm.
for all the people who know our Patreon."
Right.
But we said, "Fuck it, let's drink it with Dylan on the show."
Hanging out with our buddies,
So
having some Jameson.
here we are. We've got some Jameson Orange, which I am skeptical about.
I also am skeptical. Now, Dylan, you've had this already.
I have. You can see.
I can see. Yeah.
See
I
the
can-
line.
I can see that your
So what's
bottle is less full than ours is.
What's fun
Yes.
is, so AJ, my drummer, walked into the studio where we filmed and we rehearsed for something heavy, and he said to me, he's like, "Hey, have you and Jim had Jameson Orange yet?" And I said, "No, but we do have a bottle of it right here, and we're going to use it for a tasting. And he's like, oh, man, it's so shitty. And I'm like, spoiler alert. Like, I didn't open the bottle yet. We like, come on. But also, AJ hates everything.
It's true.
Yeah, that is true.
Right.
That is
So I took it with a grain of salt.
Yep.
So what we're going to do is we're going to actually taste it for the first time here on the air with all of you.
To everyone.
Oh, boy. It smells like you took like the orange peel off of an orange.
Huh.
Mhm.
It does. It smells like zest. Like orange
It smells like zest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything
That's
that says
stronger.
zesty orange flavor?
Oh, look at that.
There you go. Do you think you have to shake it? Is there any sediment or anything?
I don't see any sediment. No.
I don't have any in mind.
I'm blown away by how much orange I'm
Orangey.
smelling.
It's like, wow.
When I took my first whiff, when I got the bottle, I thought it reminded me of like orange candy, like an orange Starburst.
Yeah. Or like an
Oh,
orange
man.
hard candy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
know?
You know, I got to be honest. Like, orange Starburst is pretty close to like the orange. Like when you peel open an orange,
Right.
It like the smell of it. It smells very close.
Like an orange.
Tastes nothing like it.
That's
No.
what this does too. If I smelled this without knowing what it was, I would actually probably think that it was like
Orange drink.
either that or I would think it was like a orange, like you can get like essential oils.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
It kind of
For
smells
sure.
like that to me. I'm gonna pour this close to the mic for all you ASMRs.
Yep.
I got my trusty Nuka-Cola glass.
Oh, we'll talk about cola. Don't you worry, buddy.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
so you're mixing yours, correct?
I will. I'm first gonna just have some straight with you
I was
guys.
conservative. I was conservative in my pour.
Yeah, it's okay. I know. I know you're not feeling great, so I wanted to make sure you got it in.
So it's Jimmy's fault that I feel like crap today.
Always Jimmy's
I don't.
fault.
Is it my fault?
I don't know.
I
Actually,
guess I'll
it's
always
totally
take the
Buffalo
blame.
Wild Wings' fault.
Oh yeah.
I do have that
I made the mistake
reputation.
I made the mistake of getting lemon pepper wings for lunch.
Oh, okay.
And,
Those are good,
I
though.
swear they gave me food poisoning.
Oh.
You know what? I am not a Buffalo Wild Wings fan. I
It-
don't really like their sauces, and I don't really like their wings.
It'll do.
Yeah,
It'll do. It's not something that I'm like.
but it's like a McDonald's of wings.
Indeed.
It's,
Yeah,
they,
I agree.
They have a new Mountain Dew that is exclusive to Buffalo Wild Wings, so I had to go try it.
You are a
Of course,
soda
you're a
fanatic.
soda guy.
I do know.
I'm a soda
I do know
fanatic.
that.
And we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna
Oh,
talk
boy.
about that. But before we do, down the hatch, boys.
Cheers
We're
to you.
gonna.
Why is yours so small? Why did you pour
Because
so
this
little?
is just a shot before I mix my drink.
All right.
He wants to be a
Shots.
purist. I
Cheers
like
to you.
it. I like it.
Huh.
Yeah, that. Huh.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about that.
I don't hate it.
No, I don't dislike it at all.
It kind of tastes like if I got Otter Pops and I grabbed an orange one and I never froze it,
Mm-hmm.
and then I poured like half of it into a glass of water so that it was diluted.
Oh, idea.
Yeah.
We need to get some Wild Bill's cream soda
Oh.
and make some creamsicles with this.
Okay. All right. I'm in.
I'm
Oh.
halfway there.
Oh, nice. You got the orange Coke?
The orange vanilla Coke.
Nice.
He told me about that last night,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Wow, that's so." So you love sodas, right?
I do
Yeah.
like sodas.
So, okay, so just again, let's reiterate here. Dylan is the singer of a band called Dino Skatepark.
Yes.
They are fun. They are great. They have hardcore elements with ska elements with
like prog,
prog with
like
punk with literally all sorts of things.
We got a lot
so,
going on.
So we're going to talk about that in a minute, but like we're friends, so we just end up talking bullshitting anyway.
We do.
But he is a soda
aficionado.
if you will.
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
So I don't know if you've watched or heard of any of the sodas that we've had. They're awful.
Yeah.
I have seen quite a few. putting
Yeah.
way more Jameson in that than I probably should.
That's what we do here.
That's-
We
That
have
is-
more Jameson than
that's
we
how we do
probably
it.
should.
No.
And he keeps going.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Top that off.
So yeah, man, like I heard you drove a little ways to get some soda once before.
Yeah, we
More
took a
than
trip,
once,
trip
but
to
but
PA
yes,
just
this
for
is
just for a Fago.
So he went
More
from
than just
New
a
York to
Faygo.
Pennsylvania.
yes, I drove. I don't have a space on my table, so I have to lean down to the floor for this. I drove first to Jersey near Six Flags, then to Philadelphia, and then finally all the way to just outside of Hershey, just trying to find somewhere that sells Faygo because it is nowhere in New York up until very recently.
Wow.
Oh, it is here now. It is here now.
It is here now in
Okay.
very select places like Aldi's sometimes has it.
Okay, so for frame of reference, we are Long Island, New York. It is about a 3-hour drive to around Six Flags.
Yeah.
Yep.
Philly is about 3.5 hours.
Mhm.
Hershey is about 4.
Yes.
About 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
For
I drove
soda.
through the night.
For soda.
For soda.
Now-
It was about 6 o'clock when I left on the adventure. I got back at like 2 a.m. And then the next time I went, I decided I really wanted to go
Next time.
at like 3 in the morning. And I just went.
No traffic though.
Yeah.
No traffic. It was
That's
actually
true.
faster.
That's true. So, okay. So many questions.
You just opened up
So many-
Pandora's box
So
here.
many questions. Bottled or canned? How many flavors? Which flavors? How
Yeah.
many did you buy? Did you buy every single bottle that was available at each of the places that you went? Did you only find it in the third place?
I
How
only
often
found
do
it
you
in the
do
third
this?
place. I'll start there. I only found it in third place.
Wow.
All right. So it
The-
wasn't like you found it and then you were like, I need to go get more somewhere
No.
else.
It was
Like I'm taking all of Greater Pennsylvania's Fago.
all of them. Like a weird supervillain.
Right. Yeah.
Whoa.
You will not have it.
The website lied to me. Told me
Okay.
that they'd have it at this gas station near Six Flags. It had nothing. They told me that they'd have it at a
You
convenience
drove to a
store.
gas station.
Yep, they told me they'd have it at a convenience store in Philly. The convenience store no longer existed.
How inconvenient.
How inconvenient. And finally, the Sheetz gas station, just outside of Hershey, had all of it.
Okay.
And they have. Do I have a bottle? I don't. I used to still have some bottles from the last time I went. The bottles are probably about the size of this cup,
Like
Mhm.
a 12 ounce.
but just like
Or
bubbled
like a
over.
pint. Looks like a pint glass.
About
yeah.
a pint, yeah. $1 a bottle.
Okay.
And
Well, yeah,
I-
Fago's not like an
No, it's-
artisanal soda.
Right.
Like,
no,
Fago
no, it
is
not.
like it's like
It's like Dollar Tree.
it's
Dollar-
cola. You know,
it's
it's like
Dollar
it's-
Tree
it's
is
one of
the
those.
first place I ever bought it in high school,
See, there you go.
and then they stopped carrying it.
Now it does it. I've had root beer, red pop, and orange. Those were my Fago memories.
Yes.
Red
Yeah.
Pop is one of my favorites.
And red pop, there really aren't other sodas that give you a red pop.
Not really.
Is it kind of like NyQuil where it just tastes like red?
When it's warm,
Right. Yeah. Well, how would you describe the flavor of the red pop? It's kind of strawberry.
it's like strawberry syrup.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's, if you've ever had Hershey's strawberry syrup over ice cream,
Kind
But
of.
just-
Yeah.
got rid of the ice cream.
Okay.
Kind of that.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
sugary, sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thick.
So it's got like the syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So those are the flavors I've had. What were you going for specific flavors, or were you like whatever they have?
Well,
I'm buying all of
it sounds like it's just like
whatever they have.
beggars
was
can't be
whatever they
choosers.
had.
Yeah.
some flavors that I love and get every time I can. Let's see. Cotton candy.
I
Just-
didn't know that existed.
Yep, which is
Okay.
sickeningly sweet to most people, but I love it. Candy apple.
Okay.
Okay.
They have their own version of what is essentially Mountain Dew Voltage called Moon Mist Blue.
Okay. The moon mist. Yeah.
He's got that down
I
here.
had that written down because I found some flavors and because I was looking at it, I was like, what else do they have? But the moon mist is the first one that you've said that I actually had here.
Yeah, Moon Mist is pretty good. It's basically just Mountain Dew, but
Okay.
a little less citrusy.
Okay.
That
Have you had the Rock and Rye?
I'm not gonna go all the way.
I have some.
I have some. It is the only one I've never been able to find in stores since they stopped carrying it at Dollar Tree, and it is my favorite flavor. It is
Okay.
a cream
Wow.
cola that has like a cherryish taste, and it is my favorite flavor.
Wow.
See, that's when I looked, I was like, what the hell is Rock and Rye? And then I went and found it. They sell it on Amazon.
They do.
And I looked at the reviews, and someone's first review was like, it tastes like heaven. It is my favorite flavor.
It was
is
not me, I promise.
Vanilla. Right. They were like, it's like a vanilla cream with cherry, Dr. Peppery thing.
It's like better Dr. Pepper, actually, is probably
Okay.
the easiest way to explain it without
Okay.
giving someone the can and going, here,
Right,
just try
right.
this.
Honestly, that's a bold claim. I
It
mean,
is
a
a bold
lot of
claim.
people.
We like-
there are like
We like Dr. Bill's.
no.
from
But I'm
Wild
just
Bill.
saying.
Dr.
I'm
Bill's is
saying in
also very
general.
good.
Yeah. But like people in general, there are people that are Dr. Pepper people
Yeah.
that are Dr. Pepper people.
Oh, yeah.
Like they
Absolutely.
don't fuck with their Dr. Pepper.
That's a soda with a following.
So
They're
you
going to be knocking
saying
on my door.
yeah. That's a hot take, buddy. That's a hot
It
take.
is. Well, Dr. Pepper was also, like, regular Dr. Pepper was almost ruined for me because they came out with Dr. Pepper cream soda.
Awful, trash, hot garbage.
Oh man. Here we
Talk
go.
about a hot take.
Here we go. Go ahead, Dylan. Don't hold back.
I've got no
Oh.
words, just stern looks. I'm just
for those
disappointed.
It's
For
an
those
audio show,
listening.
Dylan.
For those listening, he's shaking his head at me.
He's
Oh,
shaking
it's
his
true.
head.
It's true. It's going to be
It's
audio
shaking
only
his
on
head.
Spotify.
Lots
I
of
will,
looks of disappointment.
So yeah,
my
trash,
audible stern look.
trash.
I haven't had it, so I don't know.
Don't.
I
If
will
you
say,
get the chance, like give it to Dylan.
I like Diet Dr. Pepper better than regular Dr. Pepper.
Moving along.
Yeah,
I think
no,
I think it
that's-
tastes. I think it's
Yeah.
awesome. I think it tastes
You know
great.
what's awesome about it? I guess the aspartame taste.
I guess
Because
it didn't taste like
aspartame-
that to me. It's the only diet.
Aspartame
It was the only diet soda that didn't taste like diet to me.
is the
tastes
worst.
the least like diet soda of everyone I've had.
Yeah, it
Diet
does taste
soda's
the
the
least.
worst. Diet soda's
Yeah.
just bad. It is.
So for those of you listening, I think I brought this up before, but my uncle helped work on Equal and some like the artificial sweeteners. He was a chemist.
Right.
He and I don't talk a whole lot, but he did tell me, he's like, don't consume that.
From the source, don't. Just
He's
don't
like,
do it.
that's
I made this
don't
for people to use in food. Don't eat it.
yeah.
Don't eat it.
So, yeah, my uncle helped do that. So aspartame, like besides that being in my head, I like I've had diet soda and I was just like, oh, why does it taste so bad? And it's like, oh, that's
Yeah,
aspartame.
aspartame.
And I was like, I know what that is.
Yeah.
My uncle said, don't have it. I'm not going to have it anymore.
He was right.
That's the one piece of information that I take from my
I
uncle.
went through a year of calorie counting, and it was the diet sodas had none, so I could have them if I didn't want to drink water.
Mm.
And a lot of times
Just-
I didn't want to
just
just
drink
drink
water.
water. Oh, I
Just
do
drink
drink
water.
water. I drink
I
so
drink
much water.
water.
I drink so much water that every now and then I'm like, I just want soda. But then I got a soda stream, and so I make
There you
those
go.
in there, and they're excellent.
I had a friend in high school who was trying to lose weight, and he over one summer just went, I just stopped drinking anything but water, and he dropped like 30 pounds over the summer just
Yeah.
from that one change.
I wish that worked for me still,
Yeah,
because that's all I drink.
right.
But I got fatter still.
I don't think it's all you drink.
Oh, Jameson.
Yeah,
Jameson. Yeah, that too.
the Jameson is. I love
Well,
Jameson. I
that's
love
also-
it. I love it
It's
so
not
much.
soda.
It's also 0 calories.
It's not. Yeah,
It is.
0 calories.
The more I'm drinking this, the more it's starting to taste like something I would clean wood with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
Lemon
like
pledge.
it's like the
It's definitely
it's like sweet. I need to shine up the back of my guitar.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to oil my fretboard
Mhm.
with this.
Goo Gone. Holy shit!
does.
It tastes like the smell of Goo Gone.
It
I want to
does.
finish this bottle without feeling like I'm gonna die.
Well,
I don't want to. I don't
Well,
want to think
I don't know
about
if we can
drinking
help you there.
Goo-Gone.
I don't know if we can help you there.
Yeah. So all right. So we talked a lot about soda and stuff like that, but
We have talked
let's
a lot
get
about soda.
let's get down to brass tacks here. You're in a band
I am.
called Dino Skatepark,
And you've got music coming out.
and you've got music coming out,
I do.
and
It very well might be out
it's-
when this episode airs.
right.
It might
well, once your saxophone player fixes his goddamn saxophone,
right?
It is almost fixed. I believe he is picking it up tomorrow.
okay, all right.
Was heartbreaking. I watched it fall in slow motion.
Oh, that sucks.
It
So
was,
that's kind of like for me, it's wild because it's like guitar players are like, okay, well, once I'm going to be doing live shows, I need a backup guitar.
Mm-hmm.
I need an extra. Brass instruments, you're like, it's metal. It's a fucking piece of metal.
Right.
It ain't gonna break.
Yeah, it might dent.
But
it,
Dino Skatepark, they are in the studio. They're in the middle of recording. They need saxophone tracks. They've got a lot of everything else, right?
we've got 9 songs out of 12 done.
And yeah, their saxophone player's sax fucking broke. Like, whoa!
Yep,
Yeah.
it was
No backups or anything.
no. So he has other saxophones, but he doesn't have any other baritone saxophones.
Mm.
Okay.
And if we used a different one, it would completely change the sound.
Changed the whole
Right.
sound. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it was a spring broke. I watched him messing with it, trying to fix it with his own tools for probably about 2 hours, and it just needed to go to a professional, and we're at their mercy.
Right, right. Well, once that's
It was
up and
nowhere near as
running,
bad as the last time a saxophone broke.
what happened the last time a saxophone broke?
Got
Go
run
on.
over by a truck.
What?
Same saxophone player.
Same saxophone player. His saxophone got run over by a truck. We went to oh god, GoFundMe, and put up a page to help him get a new one. And the community was incredibly supportive. And I mean, it's been quite a long time. It's been almost 2 years at this point, probably,
Okay.
since, or a year and a half. I don't know anymore. Since then, but I want to thank everybody who did. Again, if you're watching this, because
Yeah.
everyone was so generous. It was incredible.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
So wait. So not once, but now twice.
Right.
He has had a baritone saxophone that he
Yes.
plays with his regular band
Yes.
get
It,
damaged.
This
and
one
it
I'm going to
completely
blame.
stalled things.
This one I'm going to blame on our studio's carpeting. Because the stand just tipped over and none of us could dive to catch it in time.
Oh man,
I could say this.
I'm wondering how a
He
saxophone
should
got run over by a truck.
probably
They're big.
They are big.
he should probably get a backup saxophone. I'm just saying.
They're so expensive.
Yeah. I can imagine.
We're all poor.
How saxophones are big.
Mhm.
How does
This
it?
is a big truck.
Did it back over it or like?
It
Yeah.
got backed over, based. I believe he was loading it into his car, and the case tipped over or something. I don't remember the exact details. I wasn't there for it.
Right.
And I don't remember the exact details at this point. All I know is it got backed over, and the whole bell dented in.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. It was a very emotional time.
Yeah,
I
That
bet.
saxophone
I
had
can
a
imagine.
name.
Wow.
I can imagine. Like I've had guitars break and stuff like that, and it sucks.
It does.
But like when you're doing your stuff, you're just like, well, all right, well, you just got my backup, and that's it. But yeah, like a saxophone, it's like fuck.
Right. It feels like that would hit different. Too.
Yeah.
It's be like, oh.
Absolutely.
Don't go away. We'll be back right after these messages.
This episode of Bacon is My Podcast is brought to you by drinkwildbills.com and grillyourassoff.com. Use promo code BACON to get 10% off your entire order.
Yeah. Grilling season is never over, and you always want to quench your thirst, and why not do it with some craft-made beverages by Wild Bills.
The two work together pretty awesome.
Yeah, agreed. So go ahead, hit them up, check it out. It helps them, which are awesome companies, and it helps us.
It helps us and it helps you.
And it helps you to
Because you like
live
to
a more flavorful life.
You like delicious things in your mouth.
Indeed. So
Do it.
go do it now.
Do it.
Hi, my name is Patty Negri. I am a psychic, medium, and good witch, and I am consuming Bacon is My Podcast.
So you're working on a new record.
Yes.
You've put out an EP. You've put out an Every Time I Die cover.
Yes, we did.
Which it was
Just
awesome.
after they broke up.
It was awesome, like the way that it happened, and like it came out, and then they had this super public, messy,
Very messy.
awful breakup, and
So sad.
that is great. The cover is great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it sounds awesome.
No, the whole story behind the breakup is very sad, very tragic,
Very sad. Very
awful.
messy. Very
not
very
not
good.
happy about that.
No.
But yeah, like so. How many members of your band are there?
That's six.
6. Yeah.
There's 6, right? Okay,
Six of us.
so you got people who play sax, you got guitar players, you got one that plays a 7. How do you guys go into a studio or into a writing session or whatever and go, okay, cool, we're gonna get all of these things to coexist? Like, if anybody is familiar with Every Time I Die, it's just what they do is they take every awesome riff that you've ever done that doesn't fit in any song, and they make it into
And then
song.
make it a song.
Yeah.
They do.
And they just like put 12 of them together, and then that's it. It's cool. And then he
There's some.
screams over it. So like
So-
you guys are obviously influenced by that. So how do you guys get together, coexist as a band where you're throwing hardcore stuff and throwing the horns and the brass stuff? How do you do
Because
that?
you've got horns, but you're not a ska band.
Right.
So we are dark ska. We've
Okay.
coined that.
I like that.
Oh,
I like that.
We have coined that phrase. And our usual writing process is there are like two that we vary between. I will write my vocal part, my lyrics, and I will have all of that set up, and then I will go to my guitarist, Connor Franzone, and I'll go, okay, I wrote this. Now write the song. Now write the song.
Do you have
And-
you have melodies and everything that you kind of like? Do you sing it to him a cappella so he kind of hears where you're
Yes.
going? Okay.
I'll sing it to him a cappella. If we can't meet up because our schedules are conflicting for too many weeks at a time, instead of being with him and singing it to him and having him write from there, I will. I will. I'll make a voice memo on my
Voice
phone.
memo it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll just send it to him. And about maybe a week later, he'll go, okay, so I finished the song. He is an animal.
Nice.
He is
That's awesome.
absolutely insane.
Yeah.
He writes, for the most part, with varying degrees of frequency, especially now. But in the past, it was mostly he would write all of the parts, and then people would adjust them. or sometimes he'd work with his brother Kieran, who is our bass player, and they would work together on the song. Or our old guitarist Frank Caputo would help out, but he usually did a bulk of the work himself. Now he has us, our trumpet player Ryan Carino, to work with, and they usually write most of the parts together. And my part's done first, or he or Kieran or Ryan have a Jimmy Neutron brain blast moment and write a full song and come to me and go, "Hey, this song needs lyrics." And I go, "Does it at least have a vocal melody?" Sort of. I go,
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, once you
because
come up with one.
they're not coming to you like, I'm familiar with your band's music, so they're not coming to you with like, here, we strummed out this progression for you. They're coming at you with riffs and craziness and key changes and like,
Oh yeah, by the way, here's a horn section.
right, and here's a horn section. So now
Put yourself tastefully in
find
between
your
that.
place. Find your place lyrically and melodically in that.
and yeah, that's actually there are. Let me count it out. Of the 12 songs that we've got on this album, there are 5 of them that were written like that,
Yeah.
where they went, okay, the song's done, just write your part.
What's your process when you're handed something like that? Like, because I know for me, it's hard sometimes if someone gives me music, for me to, I'm always coming from a melodic place first. And then I'm usually kind of like banging out the music at the same time. But if I'm trying to write lyrics to existing music, for me, it's always tough.
It's very tough. And as my I say former, but you're still basically my vocal coach. I'll plug that real quick. This is all your fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guarantee I didn't. I had nothing to do with you being able to write the way that you do with the band that you have, because I wouldn't be able to do it. So you
that was
you
sheer
developed
stroke of
those
luck.
you developed those skills all on your own, my friend.
I'll take that, either insult or compliment.
Not that compliment.
That's not
compliment
disparaging at
entirely.
all.
Not at all. Yeah, I helped you sing in key. That's all I did.
You helped me be able to sing in key, knowing absolutely nothing about music theory.
You don't need to. You just gotta have ears.
I don't.
You just gotta have ears, man.
I'm in a band with music teachers and recording majors and music business majors who all went to school for this, and I sit there and go, I can hold the microphone really good and can write poetry and sound good sometimes.
Hey, man, don't sell yourself short. You're also a pretty entertaining front man.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I learned a lot from watching Tommy back in the day.
Well,
Yes.
I was actually going to ask you, why is Tommy Balls the best member of Craving Strange ever?
Ooh, it's the faces. It's the faces.
You're not wrong. Yeah, it's
Oh no, I have no
Yeah.
shame.
yeah.
Like you're like
that's fair.
third or fourth.
Yeah.
maybe.
I'm a solid third. Come on.
Third.
Fourth, maybe.
Who are we putting above him?
That's a whole other episode.
That's a whole other.
That's a whole other episode. Could write a college thesis paper.
Right.
Maybe.
right.
Possibly.
Yeah, I think DJ is probably the second most important member of Craving Strange.
Yeah, I liked his performance that one time at that one bar.
Is
That was
DJ
important.
the second? I feel like DJ
He's-
is the second.
He's
Yeah,
he's the
he's
behind
two.
the scenes.
He's two.
He's a behind the scenes member.
He's number 2.
But to circle back, the way I usually write any of my parts after the song is already written is I will have it in my headphones for at least a full day and listen to it and listen to it and listen to it until I cannot think of any other song. And I'll just start humming a vocal melody, or if there already is a vocal melody, I'll keep that in mind, and I just kind of start. It's like talking to myself,
Okay.
and eventually I have a full song.
Nice.
I can totally relate to that because in my past collaborative band things that I've done, it's been very much okay, there's 4-5 guys in a room banging out chords and beats and stuff, and we're gonna make a song, right? And we write a song, and I'm included. Luckily, like I play rhythm guitar and stuff, so I'm included in that. But you're just kind of sucked into that train of thought. So you're creating this song, right? And they're like, okay, cool, song is done. It's like it's not even close to done. There are no vocals to this, and
We're
there's
halfway
no
there.
melody.
Right.
So we have music, but there is no anything else, right?
Mhm.
And so I found that I was always put on the spot where you're just like, okay, cool. I'm gonna like riff stuff, right?
Yep.
I'm sure you riff stuff all the time.
Yeah.
But what I do want to ask is this, because I've done this myself. How many times have you not had actual lyrics written, but gone out and performed a song?
0.
Never do it, right?
I'm not that good.
I don't know if that's the way you need to describe it, because I've done that a lot of times, and it got to a point where in one particular project I was a part of, they were like, "This is really good. Like, what do you like? The hook is just fucking great. What do you say?" And I was like, "There's no words yet." And they were like, "What do you mean there's no words?" Well, like I've got a hook. I just
Right.
don't have words yet.
I know where the vowels go.
Yeah, exactly. And they were like, "What do you mean? So there's
I
no
just don't know what
words? There's
words
no,
are
like,
surrounding
there's no
those vowels."
message behind the song?" I was like, "No." They're
No.
like, "Why are we playing it live?" Because you're fucking excited to play it live.
Yeah.
And you put it in the set. You begged me to put it in the set. Well, I thought you had words. No, I have no words.
Nothing. No, so we have I'm not going to call it a rule, but we have a habit of we try not to play songs we haven't already released if we can help it,
Mm-hmm.
because we already have the full EP and we have some older stuff that we can dig from, and we have 3 singles out. And we have our covers. So we've tried not to dip too much into the stuff that's not released yet. I think maybe 3 shows now we've played some new stuff to kind of test the waters.
Yeah, that's an interesting
Approach.
yeah, an interesting approach to take, because there's always something to be said for, and I've only started kind of doing that, but there's something to be said for the idea that you can take a song out and like workshop it, for lack of a better term. You can see what a crowd feels and see how you feel playing it live and all that. But man, there's something cool about releasing a song and nobody's heard anything yet. So it's completely new to everybody as soon as it happens.
That's kind of what we're going for with a large portion of this album. There are only maybe like 10 people that have heard any of it so
Right.
far. Jimmy's one of them. I am one of them. I don't know if I
I'm
might
not.
actually pick that up.
I've heard stuff. It's great.
I'm not.
I like it.
I'm not one of those people.
I'm excited about
A
it.
bunch.
I've heard a lot of it.
Yes.
I know people, man.
He
Yeah,
does.
you know people.
He knows me.
I know
On people.
I know Dildo Baggins.
Dildo
He
Baggins. Fucking A.
Well, actually, there's one song. I'm going to talk about this real quick because the song will probably be out by the time this episode is, and if it's not, oh well. There's a song that's going to be on the album that I'm not going to like play it because that would
Right.
totally not work here.
Right.
There's a song that it was one of the 5 songs that was brought to me with the full song written, and Connor had actually written lyrics. But he
Okay.
comes to me and goes, hey, I wrote all these lyrics. I'm not in love with any of them. The whole song is about, what was it? That show on Netflix about like the bootleggers. Peaky Blinders.
Yeah,
you
Blinders, right.
He wrote a whole song about Peaky Blinders. I went, no, no, we're not having a song about Peaky Blinders. I'm gonna rewrite these lyrics. He went, that's fine.
Right.
I mainly did it to get the vocal melody. I went, I like the vocal melody. I actually like it a lot. And I wrote the whole song. And originally I'm like, I have no idea what I'm going to write this song about. And all of a sudden I'm listening to it, and I just left the bar, and I'm on my way home. And just part of the chorus leaped out of the woodwork with a line in mind, and I'll spoiler alert if you don't want to hear the song. The line is drowning in my own sin, drown me in Jameson.
All right.
And I then proceeded to write the whole song about, like, a lot of the songs on the album have to do with, like, the 7 deadly sins, sort of.
Yeah.
Some of them, whatnot. And I wrote the whole song about gluttony.
Okay.
And how it's not a necessarily negative thing. And some people use it for comfort.
Right.
Yeah.
And as I'm writing the song, all of a sudden I start to realize I'm writing a song with Jameson in the chorus. I'm going to steal Jimmy's hay.
Oh!
Excellent.
Every once in a while, like when I do a set, I'll pick up my glass and go, hey! And I do it like bad because on purpose.
Right.
To do it. But the fact that you're putting it in a song,
That's
But
amazing.
it's in the song. In the song. That's
amazing,
all I'll
man.
say. So this
I
song,
love
it.
when we do our release show, I'm dedicating to Jimmy, whether he's there or not.
Oh, I will be there.
He'll
and
be there.
I will.
we'll be there.
I will be
We'll be
beaming with pride. that probably my greatest my greatest thing that I've given the music community is hey. Was never a thing
We're all
anyway.
conditioned. It's like Pavlov.
Dude, it's so weird that works. It shouldn't work. There's no reason for
Yeah.
that to be a thing.
And it
There's-
did.
well, not that it works, but that it got attached to me. Right?
You
Because
did it, though.
I did it, but it's like it's just a greeting thing. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, and it's like that's your thing.
Yeah, it is your
Your
thing.
thing now.
I guess it's my thing now.
Well, at least
It's
you
so
leaned
funny.
into it.
I
Like
always-
that's our thing. Is like
Super
as-
hard.
if you're gonna do something, just fucking lean into
Dude,
it.
as soon
and
as you
just
get a
go in.
good response from a crowd, you lean.
yeah, just lean way into it.
You're like, okay, this is happening.
Um,
But that's great. I can't
Yeah.
wait to hear it. And by all means, steal away.
Yeah.
Steal,
Oh,
steal
I will-
anything.
I
Steal
will steal
anything
away.
you want.
I've already apparently perfected my Jimmy impression.
I can't wait for this.
As of
Yeah,
as of
man.
last night, I found out I accidentally impersonated Jimmy because Phil was walking past me in the bar after your set,
Our
and
friend Phil from
Crash Transit,
Crash
from the band
Transit.
Crash Transit.
good old Phil of Crash Transit, walks past me, coming back from the stage or the stage area, and I go, "Hey, buddy." And he immediately starts talking to me like I'm Jimmy, turns around and goes, "Wait a minute."
I love that Hey Buddy became mine too.
Yeah, it may not be on your picks, but
It's great.
it is yours.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
And,
It's
I-
Terrence and Phillip.
yeah,
Terrence and Phillip.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
almost wore my South Park shirt for this
Yeah.
because of that.
You know what's so funny is that it's not originally Terrence and Phillip. It's my dad. My dad grew up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, which is in proximity to Canada. And so they get a few of the Canadian kind of like
The things.
accent type things.
Mhm.
And my dad all the time is like, "What's going on, buddy?" And he just used buddy so much that I just started using it. And then South Park happened, and it was like, "Hey, buddy,
Hey, buddy.
and like it just became a thing that I just couldn't stop saying it.
Yeah.
And then I had a friend of mine in Las Vegas that used to say all the time, like in any argument, he'd go, "Hey, relax, guy, I'm on your side." And I was like, that's the best thing ever. So I started saying that, and I was like, "Hey, relax, guy. Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
It just
I'm not your
became-
buddy guy.
And literally
I'm not
everybody
your guy,
around
pal.
me, because it's so fun to talk like that,
Yeah.
just started doing it. So it's not even mine. It's just it's my dad's.
Yeah.
Cheers to Frank Garavac.
Good old Frank.
Good old Frank.
love
Way to go.
Frank.
Way to go, buddy.
hmm
Jimmy, I love your parents.
Oh, they yeah.
They're
they're
The first time I met his mom was at I think it was the Save Yourself release show.
okay.
Oof.
She was
And-
definitely there. Yeah, she lost a shoe.
Yeah,
She's drunk.
and she was really upset with me because because we put the video out of us shrink wrapping your van.
Oh yes.
And so we I guess I don't know if you introduced me or somebody else introduced me, and she's like, "Oh," and I was like, "Uh-oh, what happened?" And she's like, you shrink wrapped Jimmy to the van." And I was like, "I did." She's like, "You're a jerk." And I was like, "I did it out of love." I felt so bad.
That's
I felt
great.
bad.
Oh my
That's
god, that's
great.
amazing.
Yeah.
And then she
Mm,
chuckled herself.
And then she
home.
chucked. Yeah. No. That I felt bad, and then she was like, "I'm messing with you. That's very funny." And I said, "Yeah, of course it is. It's fucking great. It's fucking great."
that's amazing.
Speaking
My
of
first
great,
time meeting good old Mama Jaravac
Yeah.
was at Revolution in Amityville, and I sat down in a chair, one of the lounge chairs that used to be by the stage,
Mm-hmm.
and she walks over and goes, "You just stole my husband's chair." No idea who she was yet.
She's a go-getter.
Yeah.
She's-
And I start apologizing, and she takes me by the shoulder and she goes, "I'm messing with you. You know my son, right?"
She's the best.
She's great.
Oh man.
She's great.
Mama G takes charge.
Yeah. Speaking of things we love,
Yes,
we love our sponsors.
we do.
And one of those sponsors that we have is a brand called Pod Decks. And what Pod Decks is, it's a series of decks. And within those decks are 50 cards. And on those cards are questions.
Indeed.
And what it is, it's for people starting out with podcasts and people who need icebreakers. Think of it as a clean. No, not anymore.
What?
Almost. Well, no, yeah, with the what the fuck.
Yeah.
So it's a lot like a Cards Against Humanity kind of
Yeah,
thing, where it's icebreakers. It's fun things, and what we like to do is have our guest pick a deck, and then pick a question from the deck they pick. So, Dylan,
More questions.
we have
I like this.
an episode deck. We have an interview deck 1. We have an interview deck 2. We've got a would you rather. We've got a what the heck. We've got a what the fuck with a MTV like branded deck, which is sweet. And then also my favorite.
Yes.
Oh,
How dare you? Which
I
you
thought
have
it
to
was-
say like that.
Oh,
If
I
you
thought
don't say
was
it like
clinched.
that, you won't get it.
I thought it
See?
was clinched. I thought
Now
I
you
was
don't
like
know.
the what the fuck deck, but hold on, how dare you? Ooh.
So that being said, which one of those decks would you like to answer from?
Yeah. Which one you want?
I'm torn. It's I know who I am as a person. Let's go with the what the fuck deck.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
All right, Mike is
Jim's
going
trying to get
to,
it to go. Like, he's trying to get that to stick. I don't know if it's going to stick.
Hey, man, it's going to stick just like that. How dare you? It's going to stick.
Stick there.
If hay can stick, so can what the fuck?
Hey! You just destroyed somebody's car speakers. Sorry about that, everyone.
Listen to Bacon is My Podcast at low volume.
Hopefully that compression
Low,
will take
at
care of
low
that.
volumes, so your speakers don't peak.
Exactly. Mike's going to do the shuffling here while I tell everybody to go to poddex.com, check out what they have. You can get these decks. Anything new that comes out, they're coming out with new stuff all the time. You can buy them in packs of one. You can buy, sometimes you can do combo meals with the decks.
Indeed.
They also have some cool swag. They also have an app. So if you don't want to deal with the cards, you can get the app for your phone and just jump on there. Although I like the cards.
Cards are
I
nice.
do like their tangible.
I like it.
I like it. Regardless of what you do, if you do decide to get something there, please use the promo code BACON
Because everything is better with bacon.
and you'll get 10% off your entire order over at poddex.com.
All right, so I'm going to fan these out.
All right.
All right, magic finger starting from my left to my right, your right to your left.
You tell us when to
You tell
stop.
me when to stop. I'm starting, and here we go.
There.
Right here.
Mhm.
All right. Dylan from Dino Skatepark, or like we like to call you, Dildo Baggins.
Dildo Baggins.
I hope that sticks too.
It's going to.
Oh, it's going to.
I really like that.
It's going to.
What type of contest do you think it would be fun to judge?
Ooh. Ooh.
Now I want to hear your ideal. Like, what would be the most fun contest that you think you would have fun judging?
I don't know if there are judges, but I feel like an eating contest would be really fun.
Like, what kind of eating contest? Like quantity? Like how many wieners can you fit in your mouth? Or
I
is it
feel like
hot
that's
stuff?
not like. Why would you want to judge that?
Right.
Because it's just
So hear me
count.
out. Hear me out. I don't know if there are judges actively involved in an eating contest, but if there were, I feel like the job would more or less come down to, are you properly consuming this food? Like, should you be disqualified for like cheating? And
Okay.
are you actually eating this food? Are you actually shoveling these hot dogs into your mouth? Like ethical consumption.
Okay.
You'd
At
like
first,
you'd
at
like
first,
to
I was
be-
kind of like. That's why I was just kind of saying like.
You'd like to
hot
judge
dog
the
eating-
ethics of a food.
What do you want to
contest.
count? But ethical consumption.
Yeah. Well,
That's a thing. That should be a thing.
I
Ethical
agree.
consumption.
100%. Yeah, that makes actually way more sense than I thought it would.
I love that.
But I will ask, like, for you to come up with that, what about food contests do you think was cheating? What bothered you from something? You had to have seen something and been like, man, you don't get to soak buns in water first. That's bullshit.
That I found out about that trick from playing the Simpsons video game on like the PlayStation 2.
Right.
And they have the whole level where it's the eating contest sponsored by
Yes,
Duff Beer.
I remember
And
that. Yeah.
the end is Homer gets the belt from the last champion. And it was a caricature of some famous Japanese food eating champion who goes, how did you do this? You're so tiny. Ancient secret. And he dips this huge piece of like octopus in a glass of milk, and the whole thing's gone in like a second.
Right.
I went, that feels fake. That feels cheating. It feels like cheating. That feels
Yeah,
wrong.
that's what
Right.
there's. But the people who win are actually women. There's like
Yeah.
the Black Widow
Yeah.
and stuff. Like for a long time, she held the the main record or whatever.
Right.
But yeah. Okay.
But that is
You
the
know
thing.
way more
Dump-
about
no,
this
no,
than I
don't-
do.
dunking like the bread products in water. I do agree that that's some bullshit. That shouldn't be allowed.
But but they allow it.
Yeah,
They do. I don't think they should.
I don't either.
I feel like that's higher up though. That decision's
I like
made
it. I
higher
like
up.
it. You're
But
a
I like
purist. You're a
I like
purist
that.
in your
Purist.
food.
And if I had to pick a second, I'd say I'd love to be a referee for wrestling because it'd be so funny.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
Because I can't stop anything they're doing. Look at me.
Well, yeah, but if you're the ref in like oh, you mean like collegiate wrestling, or you mean like pro wrestling?
No, pro
I mean, like pro wrestling.
Oh yeah, like the ref's in charge, man. You got your earpiece in.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know everything. Like that's got to be a rough job.
Oh yeah, but it would
Gotta
be,
be in the right
so
spot.
funny seeing me in the ring with these hulking,
Oh yeah,
men, just or as Biggie puts it, big meaty men slapping meat.
big meaty man slapping
Yeah.
me. Shout out to Big E. Hopefully he heals
Yeah, man.
soon.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Crazy. Rough week for wrestling this
Yeah,
week.
indeed.
But yeah, so I would love to see Dylan be the ref bump.
Yeah,
He'd be a good ref bump.
absolutely. That would be believable. Someone gives him an errant shoulder and he just tumbles out of the ring.
I go flying.
Yeah.
Don't
I'll allow
Ziggler
it.
cell.
In a third roll.
Mm-hmm.
I just keep
Yeah.
going like Sonic
Yeah.
the Hedgehog. Just keep rolling.
Exactly. Collecting rings, man.
Bling, bling, bling.
Go right out
Yeah,
the
man.
ring, up the ramp.
So I had a couple of quick takes for you. I just want to hear your first reaction to them or your first answer to them. So one, why were you so scared of Jekyll and Hyde's?
Oh my god. I was like 8. I was like 8. The ceiling started coming down. I freaked out. I didn't even make it into the restaurant.
Here's another quick take. Before you went to Disney that one time, did you learn that it wasn't easy being green?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. After dyeing myself green as a toddler.
That I guess that'll happen.
I feel like my parents learned more than anything that it's not easy being green.
Mm-hmm.
That is probably true. That's probably true. We also know. I also was wondering, when's the last time that you changed your socks?
Today.
Did you today? Because I've heard
Today.
I heard that you'll wear them out.
I will. It's true. I lose them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You just
I
wear
lose
them till
them
they
a lot.
walk away.
They just
Somewhere out there, someone will find all left socks.
And last but not least, the reason why your dwelling is a mess, like you said earlier on, is that because you don't throw anything away?
It is because it's because I don't throw anything away. Neither does my girlfriend, and you can very plainly see that.
Would you call
I'll
yourself
say
a hoarder?
Everything from like this, from this hand up and over, that's all her. And then everything on that wall over there, for the most part, is me because I don't like to get rid of anything. And over there is also me. You can see my hand as it blends in. That's all me. I like stuff. I'll pan the camera up. I really like pop vinyls, and that accounts for a large amount of my stuff.
You do got some nice pops up there, yeah.
I do.
So for all of you listening, what we're looking at here is we're looking at what looks to be it looks like a bedroom of an apartment.
Well, the bedroom's through that door.
Through that door. Okay, so we're in more like a living room area then.
This is the living room. I do
cool.
technically live here.
Nice. I didn't know if that was a bed behind you or if that was a couch or if that was
that is a futon. That is the futon.
All right.
Cool. The audio only listeners are really going to suffer for this one.
Well, that's why
They
I'm
don't get to
explaining. I'm saying we've got a futon that is covered in things. multicolored blankets
The-
and
The
pillows.
the visual listeners get to see everything. My stockings
Yeah,
still up.
we have stockings hung on the wall with care.
There are 6 stockings.
Yeah, and you
There
live
are
with
6
how many
stockings.
people?
Well, there are 3 people that live here and a cat.
Okay, that's
Okay.
still less than
So that's
6.
4.
That is 4. 2 of those were sent from my girlfriend's father from Arizona.
Okay.
Okay.
That explains the other 2.
That's fine.
I bet anyone who can see that can guess which one is mine if you know me. And for those of you who don't, the guessing period is over. It's the Jack Skellington one.
I was going to say you have a Jack Skellington back there.
I do.
Which is definitely you have an
pan back
affinity
this way.
You have
we
an
got the
affinity
TV
for
over
those
here.
movies.
I
We
do
got a
have
TV. We got a dresser with some. Oh, it looks like some turquoise Native American handle
this
design.
was donated. A coworker was getting rid of some stuff, and we snatched it up.
Did they give it to you? Did they buy it in New Mexico? Santa Fe,
no idea.
perhaps?
No clue. But we've got the Xbox One here. We've got the Wii, Xbox 360, original Xbox. All of those consoles stay out in the living room because I don't touch them nearly as much as my Sony products because PlayStation is infinitely better.
Did you get a 5 yet?
I did not because I
did not
cannot track one down.
Me too. I'm with you.
It's ridiculous.
I was about to flip out if you had a 5. I was like, son of a bitch! How did he find one?
If you want to be really mad, past this wall over here is my roommate who does have one.
Motherfucker.
So do you play?
He just beat Elden Ring.
Oh wow!
I'll date this heavily. He just beat it. I've been fucking around too much, so I'm still like only halfway through because
that
I've
game
been
looks
researching
amazing.
every nook and cranny of that game.
Oh, are you a completionist?
I am. I'm a psychopath.
100%er.
100%er. I want everything.
Nice.
I'm gonna platinum that game. I platinumed Bloodborne.
What?
Yeah,
That's craziness.
That
game
took
is
a while.
so hard.
It took a while. It's I love the From Software games.
Yeah.
That one was probably my favorite until Elden Ring came out. Like Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 are great. I didn't play Sekiro. I'll admit that because
Sekiro is like I played it for a little while, and it just made me so angry.
I remember you offered to give
it.
me your copy because you were so done with it.
I was like, I can't do this anymore. Just I never shut this off feeling like I play video games to let my mind like do something else and to kind of like relax and
escape a little bit.
And have fun. And if I'm leaving a video game more angry than when I started it, like it's not the game for me.
It's not the
game for me.
Did you ever finish?
Oh, that game's so mad.
Did you ever
Persona 5 I finished. Yes,
I did. You did finish it?
I did. That game was awesome.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. We need to talk about that later. I didn't know you finished it.
We definitely I finished it over the pandemic. I did a lot of things.
Yep. I finished a lot of games over the pandemic because I had nothing else to do.
I'm on Horizon Forbidden West now. I just started.
Very nice. I made a choice. I looked at both of them and went, I want to play Elden Ring more.
I could see that. And for me it was kind of the same thing. I was like, Elden Ring looks like it's gonna hit me the way that like Bloodborne did, so it's gonna make me angry. I definitely want to play it, but Horizon, I just got so into the first one. Like I just love the story.
If I had to rank the difficulty, Elden Ring's probably technically easier, but there's just so much more that depending on what you do, it can end up being harder.
Right. Okay.
It's not easy, but any possible context.
Look who made it. Yeah.
It's a lot more like Demon Souls.
Oh, okay.
Which predates Dark Souls for anyone who doesn't know.
Right.
And they just made a big remaster of it. Blue Point Games put out an amazing, like, total overhaul of the game for PS5 only.
Oh my
jackasses!
So all of this has gone over my head.
Yes.
What I'm super excited about is the Cowabunga release. They are releasing every Ninja Turtles video game.
I'm excited about that too. Yeah.
From Nintendo to arcade to
Turtles in Time, bro.
SNES
Turtles in Time, bro.
to Genesis Hyperstone Heist.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, that's on there?
Holy shit.
Yeah, and TMNT Fighters.
That's what caught my eye.
Okay, so I actually own the physical copy of TMNT Fighters for NES, which is
Nice.
not only one of the last games produced for NES,
Right.
but the only fighting game produced for NES.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah,
I did
The
not
only
know
one.
that.
Everything else
Wow.
was Super Nintendo onwards.
Do you own an NES?
I don't. What I own is
It's decorative.
What I own is no. I have a Retron.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. I have an NES.
Of course you do. You don't throw anything away.
My
Huh.
my last
I'm
my
like, I'm
last
throwing an
NES.
NES.
Well, that's true.
My last NES is just fucking croaked.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was it. But I have the controllers and everything, and
Right.
you can still plug
Okay.
them into the Retron. So
I
That's
have
what
I
I
have
was-
some Vans with a bunch of NES controllers on them somewhere back there.
I have a hat. I have a
Nice.
hat with that.
Also good.
So
We got
Also,
into
actually,
we
for-
both got into the Raspberry Pis last
yeah,
year.
Raspberry Pis are pretty sweet.
Yeah.
for everyone looking at the video, this whole row of this shelf, I'm trying really hard,
Yep.
Right.
is a bunch of my video games, or at least the discs,
Right.
going as far back as GameCube, because that was, as far back as discs. And right about, trying to angle my hand right here in front of everything. And I'd bring the camera over if I could bring my whole laptop seamlessly. Is a PS1 is actually the earliest. I have a PlayStation 1 copy of Croc.
What?
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, is my pride and joy.
Nice.
I love Croc. Most people don't even know what that is these days, and that hurts me deeply. I played it originally on as a PC game,
Yeah.
but no computer I could possibly have can run it as a PC game these days.
Mhm.
I had Croc 1 and 2 on the computer, so I picked up a PlayStation 1 copy of Croc. To which my roommate went, well, now I've got to find Croc 1 and Croc 2 and the Game Boy Color release of Croc 2.
Wow.
By the way, the Cowabunga thing has the Game Boy stuff too.
Nice.
And
But
it's
go
very
on.
good.
That's exciting.
There's a lot of big releases of
Redone.
upscaled new console versions of classic games. Capcom just announced a huge fighting game collection of some of
Oh,
their
wow.
older games, some older not quite Street Fighter stuff, and
like the old Virtua Fighter stuff, and
I think there's a Virtua Fighter on there. But the biggest thing is all of the Darkstalkers games.
oh, okay.
All
Ooh.
5 of them, including 2 that didn't get released here in the US originally,
Oh,
all on one collection. And I love Darkstalkers. So the fact that I finally get to play all 5 in one collection makes me very happy.
so dude, with all the the fact that you're a gamer, 100%. You know what I mean? Why do you think you haven't jumped over into the whole Twitch thing? And gotten
Because
into
my
that?
computer is garbage.
Oh, okay. Well, all right.
There you go.
That's fair enough.
I
I was gonna say because I know that you're not a social media guy, and believe me, I get that. I've fallen out of love with it a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I could see Twitch being something that you specifically totally getting into, but also creating a space for yourself on there, and that's like your promotional arm,
I've thought about it a whole lot. I actually, a good friend of mine, I'll plug his Twitch. It's Enigma Treklo. It's Enigma, ENIGMA _ TREKLO. He's been making some headway, and way back in the day, before Twitch was the better option, he
Right.
started doing Let's Plays on YouTube, and I would hang around with him and do some of them. So would my roommate, who was getting into it. He isn't right now, or I'd plug his channel. But we'd all kind of get together and do that. We had like pseudonyms and everything to keep anonymity. But it ended up not really going anywhere. But he started back up on Twitch, and I thought about getting into it. The band has thought about starting up a Twitch channel. But it's just like messing around in like Smash Brothers and Mario Party.
Do it, dude. Do it.
I've thought about running a Dungeons and Dragons campaign for them on Twitch.
Nice.
And we haven't started yet. There was a period of time where I was this close to shelling out the money for a VTuber model.
Nice.
So I could secretly kind of just like get into it,
right,
and not tell anyone, and then all of a sudden go, haha, surprise.
Right.
It was me all along.
Right.
It was me. Time. It was me, Barry.
Oh man,
dude, I think that's I think that's something that you could do, and that you could probably find some success with too. You know,
I appreciate that.
Might be a cool thing.
It's maybe someday.
Well, you know your shit. You know,
it takes a lot of time and a lot of dedication to get anywhere near popular on there.
Mm-hmm. It's just like anything. It's like starting a band. It's everything. You know,
it's like starting a band, but with like a predetermined outlet.
Right. Right.
And there's always the algorithm, everyone's favorite word.
God damn.
Yep.
Yeah, the A word.
The A
word. It's awful. That's a whole other episode.
Yeah, that is a whole other episode. And like, we're coming near the end of this one because I know we've taken a lot of your time, and this episode's going long, and we could talk to you for. I mean, I have talked to you for hours and hours and hours.
We talked last night. We talked last night, and here we are.
He routinely
bars out with both of you.
Yeah, he routinely closes bars out with. Yeah, absolutely. I will bring up your weird drinking habits. That I will say. I just wanted to know if this is to any other bartender, if it's just me, because Dildo Baggins, as you've heard so far, loves sodas, loves weird flavors. He likes to have me as a bartender like reverse engineer shit from like an idea.
I am the worst person in the world to him specifically at the bar.
or he's just like, what's new at the bar, or what liquor are you not selling? Okay, let's drink that and make something for me. I'm amazed all the time by the fact that, dude, you will drink anything.
I will.
And you're always just like, yeah, let's figure out a way to make this taste good.
Yeah.
Do you do that with other bartenders too, or is it just me?
I don't go to other bars. If I'm not playing a show or visiting you, I only drink here in this apartment.
All right.
So I show up, I go, all right, what's not selling? Let's see what we can make with this. Because I'll drink anything as long as I can physically stomach it, because I'm not going to waste it. And if it's just sitting there gathering dust like that, oh God, what was it? The cannonball?
Oh,
there were like 7 of those fucking
there were
things.
Like, we got promotional ones, and there were like 7 of them around the bar, and he was like,
and we
make me something with that shit.
We're going to do it. We're going to make something good, and we couldn't.
Yeah.
I love Captain
that was
Morgan.
the only one. That was the only one we couldn't figure out.
No. And I love Captain Morgan. I really do. My headphone keeps falling out of my ear.
Yeah, try in-ears, bro. Try in-ears.
These are, God, what is the brand? Hold on. It's, oh my God.
Dude, that's huge. What did you just...
It's, hold on. I'll hold it up to the camera. Whatever this logo is.
God damn, that's huge.
Yeah. I picked them up at an airport because my wireless has died.
Those are like the candy something.
No, they're not Skull Candy. It's Wicked. Wicked Audio.
Wicked Audio. Okay.
Wicked Audio. Free plug.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Free plug for
not a sponsor. Way too
not
big.
A sponsor.
Way too giant.
They could be. They could sponsor you.
But they're hardcore.
And there we go. Full circle.
The circle of life.
Dylan, Mr. Dildo Baggins, can you please let everybody know where they can find everything Dino Skatepark?
You can find everything Dino Skatepark all over the fucking place at Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, Deezer, I think. All your
Everybody's
major
on
street,
For all you
major streaming
Deezer
services.
listeners.
It's a thing.
It's a thing. I want
Everyone
you to
on
listen to the
Tidal.
music. Listen to the music on the Spotify. We got a bunch of stuff coming out that might already be out.
They might be on Twitter.
Yeah,
They
we
might be on
Twitter.
Instagram.
You're
We
on
might be
Twitter.
on Facebook. We might be on Instagram.
you're on
It's up to
Twitter.
you to
Even
find
though
out.
Facebook is for old people.
Facebook's
That's
for
what
old
I've been
people.
Facebook's for
But you-
old people, but we're still there.
Old angry people.
Here we
Yeah.
are.
Old angry people. But we're on all your socials at Dino Skatepark. And I'm on Facebook only if you feel so inclined to reach out to me.
But definitely, if you're listening, go check out the band.
Yeah.
Go check them out live. They're a lot of fun live. Dylan's a great frontman.
Mhm.
Thank
They
you so
have
much.
You learned
fun-
from this guy, so
I
they
did.
have
I learned from
fun.
him.
he
He
learned
didn't learn
from
how
the
to be a
worst.
frontman. He didn't know how to be a frontman for me. He had that all himself. Like I said,
That's-
I just taught him how to not lose his voice. That's
Oh,
all.
okay.
That's all I did. Everything
Actually-
else is all you, brother.
You know what? Hold on. It's been like the whole podcast. I haven't plugged this. I actually learned how to do any amount of screaming from watching Mr. Mike Wayman.
Oh,
What?
look at that.
Uh-huh.
No.
I've been keeping
Stop.
this secret. I've been keeping this secret for the longest time.
I didn't know that
What?
either.
I had
Wow.
no idea.
I saved this for a rainy day.
That is fucking
Nice.
cool as shit.
That is.
I
cool
learned
as
through
shit.
osmosis.
Oh. I'm not. I don't tell people how to do it.
He doesn't.
No.
Well, I do tell people how to do it, and they're like, "What?" And they don't really pick up on it.
Every time I ask him, he goes, "Just fucking do it."
Just
And
do
I'm like,
it.
That's not technical. That doesn't help
No.
me.
It doesn't need to
What?
be technical. People
Yeah,
just tell me-
it's like just find the spot in your voice. Yeah, you know
Find
what?
the
Like
spot.
you're gonna hit a spot, the first spot, it's gonna suck for a week and you can't really sing, and then you just figure
you're
out
fine.
another spot.
Man,
People used to
technical
tell me,
advice.
oh, just find a way to project your whisper.
Who
And I
did?
tried for years, and I'm like, that doesn't work.
Who's that? This guy?
No, I didn't
No.
say that.
No. No, it was a bunch of like instructional videos by like people who listen to like hardcore bands. It was I don't even have names. It was just like stuff on the internet for people who listened to A Day to Remember and went, I know how to do that.
Yeah, I tell people to start with vocal fry. I'm like, be a creaky door.
Mm-hmm.
Vocal fry is important.
Vocal fry. Yeah. Zen of Screaming.
Zen of screaming. Yeah.
That's where you got to go. Melissa Cross, not a
Melissa
sponsor.
I
we
I,
love
have-
her.
I spent 3 hours with her, and it was the best. It changed my life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Still can't scream, but it changed my life.
You're close. You can.
I can do everything I do and do it 2 days in a row. So
I can do what I do more than 2 days in a row.
you're one of those weird, like naturally good people.
Stop.
Some of us aren't that.
Oh,
Some of us
thank
need
you.
to go sit with Melissa Cross for 3 hours
Some
to
of
be
you
able to
try.
to be able to do that.
All right.
Some of us have to spend years doing vocal lessons.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Yeah. We're
There's
not
people
all
who
like,
spent
just find
time
your
with
spot,
Melissa
just go.
Sorry.
Yeah.
My bad.
No, man. Those who can't do, teach.
Jack Black, baby.
Those
Jack
who
Black.
can do have no fucking idea how to teach because they can just do.
I can't do
Okay.
either. I show up.
None of us can do anything, but you know what? We're all showing up.
Yeah. And we all
And now we're all leaving.
leaving.
And now we're
This
all
has been an absolute delight.
And
This has
what
been
we
an absolute
do
delight.
need to do is it's test time.
It is
It's
test time.
test time.
It's test time.
Yeah. Because though we may be leaving right now, everyone listening and all of us, we got the rest of the week. And we got next week and we got the week after. We got day after day after day after day after day. And how do we get through those days? We ask ourselves the most important question that you can ask
The
yourself.
one question you can always ask yourself, Dildo Baggins.
Dildo Baggins.
Dildo Baggins.
Sir Dildo Baggins.
Sir
I just
Dildo
knighted
Baggins.
you. I just knighted you.
So no, that would
Can
be
you do that?
Sir Dildo of Baggins.
Sir Dildo of Baggins.
Of bag end.
Of Bag End. Sir Dildo of Bag End. No, I like Dildo Baggins better.
Yeah.
All right.
There we go.
Dylan.
Dylan, do you know what the question is?
I should know what the question is.
You damn well should.
You fucking absolutely should.
But
The most important question that you can only learn from this show, or at least how to phrase it.
it's not going to
Dylan.
sound as good if I say it.
No, you have to say
You
it.
have to say it.
What is my bacon?
No, what's
Well,
your bacon?
What's your
What's your bacon? There we go.
Yeah.
What's your bacon?
I'm so good at this, guys. Aren't you glad you invited me?
You're good at this game.
I'm great.
Dude, thank you for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. It's been a blast. And depending on when this episode comes out, I hope you all enjoy my ramblings to music.
And definitely let them know, because they are on Twitter.
We
Let them
are
know.
on Twitter.
Let them know what you think of their music. Let them know what you think of the band. And reach out to them and book them for something, because they're awesome.
Yes.
Or just berate me online.
Or berate them online. And everybody call
If
them
you go
Dildo
on
Baggins.
Facebook.
Everybody call him Dildo Baggins.
If you go on Facebook.
On Facebook.
I wonder if I can hack into his Facebook and change his name to Dildo Baggins.
You probably
wonder if-
can.
I wonder
might be
I
able
wonder
to.
if we can just peer pressure him into it.
Also possible.
I feel like that's more possible than the other thing.
Probably. Well, we know he has fears, like the Jekyll and Hyde restaurant,
It's my
Like
favorite
Matt.
restaurant now.
like Madame Tussauds.
I love Madame Tussauds. I was just there.
I know, man. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Not that one.
Love you, brother. We'll see you next time.
Love you too. Thank you for having me.
I'm more tired.
I'm exponentially more tired.
Yeah. I love Dylan, though.
Yeah. I love hanging out with Dylan.
Dildo Baggins.
Dildo Baggins.
Yes.
Yeah. This is a lot of fun. It
I
was
hope
great.
that lasts.
Me too. It's gonna last.
I really
and
do.
I feel bad. No,
I don't.
I don't. No, I don't.
You shouldn't. It's great. That's a powerful name.
Sure.
That's a name with
Gusto.
balls. That is a name with balls. And those balls should be clean. Manscaped.com. Promo code BaconPod. 20% off and free shipping.
Yeah. So
Wipe them down, shave them off.
So thank you again to Dylan. Do you remember where to find you?
Well, I know it's Jimmy G's Shoes. I know that that's on all the socials. I know you can go to cravenstrange.net and find all the Craven Strange stuff. And I also know that if you want to find like our music, Bacon is My Passion,
Right.
you can find that on Spotify and Apple and just Bacon is My Passion. Which you can also see on baconismypodcast.com, where you can get episodes of this
And swag.
and swag
And things.
and yeah, all kinds of cool stuff there. That's what I'm remembering. Where can they find you though?
I mean, I am in a band.
Yeah,
It's called Something Heavy,
yeah.
which you can find on all of the fun digital streaming platforms, as well as at Something Heavy Music on socials. Excuse me, how's it going? Me personally, you can
Wow.
find at Me My Own Self Mike. This wasn't an act. This wasn't an. I'm fucking tired.
That's great.
At Me My Own Self
You got
Mike.
bored talking about yourself.
Yeah. Well, here we are. And at Me My Own Self Mike on all of the socials. At Bacon is My Pod is where you can find this very podcast, where you can stay in the conversation with the hashtags What's Your Bacon, Bacon is My Pod, and Bacon is My Podcast.
Let us know what you want to hear, who you want us to talk to, and if you have any questions for upcoming guests.
Yeah.
For all of you that are interested in a little bit more bacon,
Just a tad more bacon.
you can jump over to our Patreon, patreon.com/Bacon is My Podcast, where we have commercial-free episodes, longer episodes, totally different shows. We taste things, we cook things. There's some live streams, all kinds of
We
fun
talked
stuff
about it in
like
this
that.
episode. We try disgusting sodas.
Yeah, absolutely. So check that out. For all you listeners out there, thank you guys so much. Keep those reviews coming in. It really does help us get past the whole algorithm.
Past the algorithm.
Yeah, it helps more people hear it. So little thing for you guys to do, just hit that 5-star review. Write something if you want to. Don't write something if you don't. No big deal. But if you give us that and you take that 5 seconds, totally gets us another 50 listeners.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It really does turn into something like that. So thank you guys for your help. We do appreciate that. And yeah, I got nothing. You probably got new music from Craving Strange, Something Heavy, and Bacon is My Passion. So definitely check those things out and see if there's some new music up there. I know that Craving Strange has a new single, Something Heavy has a new single, and Bacon is My Passion has probably got a new single. Who knows?
Maybe,
we put things
probably.
out every now and then. We got to move
Mayhaps.
out soon too, so it's all right. So yeah, check it out. Thank you guys so much, and don't forget. Every single day, just make your day a little bit better by asking yourself the number one question that can improve your life.
What's your bacon?
What's your bacon?
I didn't have anything funny to say.
You
I'm
did
too
good.
tired.
You did good.
Thanks.